Everything is difficult about writing because everything is subjective about writing. If I say the word rock, everyone sees a different rock inside of their head. And, you know, with a painting, at least if you're painting something and you're painting a mountain, when you finish, everyone can look at it and say, yes, that looks like a mountain. But with a description of a mountain, it may or may not seem like a description of a mountain to one person to another. So everything is difficult with writing. I think, though, that the hardest thing is to have a scene in mind and to have a specific feeling that you're trying to convey within that scene, whether it's anger, or happiness, or sadness. And that is the most difficult thing, because you're trying to play your reader like an instrument with the words that you put on the page. And it's almost like a code, a lock, and the words are the key to the lock. And trying to find the right key for that lock is incredibly difficult. And sometimes, even though I have a certain feeling for a scene, I can't get it onto the page. And sometimes I think I didn't get it, and a reader reads it, and they do get the feeling. So it is very subjective, and that's one reason why I only trust the opinions of readers who I know and whose judgment I value. I can't listen to everyone in the world because someone always hates, you know, what you do. 1. Read, 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 read. Good writers are good readers. Read what you love, but also read things that you're not familiar with and that you don't like, because you'll learn more from that than you will the things you already understand. 2. Learn everything you can about the language you're writing in. It's the tool of the trade, and the better you understand the language, the better you will be able to get what's in your head onto the page into someone else's head. As boring as grammar is, it's very important. 3. Write about whatever it is you love the most. Writing is often very difficult, and if you truly care about the subject material, that will get you through the most difficult parts of a book. And I don't care what you want to write about. If you want to write about singing toasters or flying unicorns, go for it. There are billions and billions of people in the world. No matter what you're interested in, I guarantee someone else will be interested in it as well. 4. Write every single day. Don't wait for inspiration. I only get inspiration about once every 3 months. At the meantime, I write every day. I write on weekends, I write on holidays, I write on my birthday. I do take Christmas off. Aside from that, I write. If you're in the hospital and you're conscious and you're not bleeding, you should be writing. I think of it like practicing a musical instrument. You have to practice every day if you're going to be a professional. 5, find someone in your life, a teacher, family member, friend, librarian, someone who is a good reader, who likes the genre you write in, and who can read your work and help tell you where you went wrong. Because, again, it's like music. It's hard to hear if you hit a bad note sometimes. So even the best singers go to voice coaches. And that's what an editor is for a writer. And as painful as it is, I guarantee that editing will help you learn more about writing than actually just writing. An editor will help you hear when you're hitting bad notes. And lastly, this doesn't work for every author, but I highly recommend that you outline your story before you actually write it. I can't write if I don't know what's supposed to happen. And again, I like comparing it to music, in that it's very hard to compose a piece of music while you're performing it. So first you compose it, and then you can concentrate on performing it as beautifully as possible. And make no mistake, writing is a performance. Experience?
Your experience or their experience?
Your own experience, and you have to trust that the editor knows what they're talking about. And most good readers make good editors, because even if they're not an experienced editor, they recognize when something's not working in the story. And that's what you need. You may not always agree with how they suggest to fix a problem, but the fact that they recognize that there is a problem is often extremely helpful, because writers are so close to their story, sometimes they don't realize that there is a problem in the first place. If I had consciously tried to write a best-selling novel when I started writing back in 1998, I would have not written Aragon. I would have written a bad imitation of John Grisham or, Stephen King or Tom Clancy, not Aragon. So my advice to young writers is always follow your heart, and even if the book doesn't sell, at least you will have the satisfaction of knowing that you wrote something that really touches you.